The amateur detectives. Sam leaned back in his office chair, staring at the spreadsheet before him, dreaming of solving mysteries instead of crunching numbers. Lily sighed as she glanced over at Sam, knowing he was daydreaming again, probably about their next big case in the detective agency they had started. Max tapped away at his keyboard, modifying a stapler to be a listening device, despite knowing they had never actually needed one for their small-time cases. Tina, oblivious to the seriousness Sam was trying to instill in their agency, doodled a magnifying glass with eyes on her notepad, humming cheerfully. Their latest case was a missing sandwich, one that had disappeared from the office fridge, and Sam was determined to crack it wide open. "We need to approach this like seasoned detectives," Sam declared, though it was hard to sound serious when talking about a missing lunch. Lily rolled her eyes but secretly enjoyed the absurdity of it all, especially when Sam got so intense about these trivial matters. Max had already set up surveillance by placing his modified stapler near the fridge, recording anyone who approached it. Tina, eager to help, had gone around the office asking everyone if they had seen anything suspicious around the fridge area. After an hour of investigation, they discovered that the culprit was Bob from accounting, who had mistaken the sandwich for his own. Case closed, and the sandwich was returned to its rightful owner, much to Sam's satisfaction, though Lily laughed at the whole situation. Despite the ridiculousness, the group found these little mysteries gave them a thrill they didn't get from their regular office work. Their next case involved a missing stapler, which turned out to be under a pile of papers on the intern's desk, but they treated it like a grand heist. Each solved case, no matter how small, made them feel like real detectives, even though they knew it was all just a bit of fun. One day, Sam noticed the office plant was missing from the reception desk, and he immediately called the team together for another urgent investigation. "This is our most challenging case yet," Sam said, trying to keep a straight face, though the others were already suppressing giggles. Max pulled up the security footage, but it conveniently cut off just before the plant disappeared, adding a layer of mystery. Tina, as usual, went around questioning everyone in the office, though she ended up chatting about weekend plans more than the case. Lily, ever the skeptic, suggested they check the janitor's closet, suspecting the plant had been moved during cleaning. Sure enough, the plant was found in the closet, hidden behind a stack of cleaning supplies, solving yet another mystery. Just as they were about to celebrate their latest victory, Max noticed something odd on the security footage: a man sneaking into the office after hours. "This is no ordinary mystery," Sam said, his excitement barely contained as he played the footage again for the group. They realized the man was accessing the company's financial records, and suddenly their fun little detective game became something much more serious. Sam insisted they handle it themselves, seeing this as their chance to prove they were more than just amateur detectives. Lily was skeptical, as usual, but agreed, knowing that Sam wouldn't rest until they got to the bottom of it. Max started analyzing the security footage frame by frame, trying to identify the mysterious intruder, while Tina tried to recall if she had seen him before. They decided to stake out the office overnight, armed with nothing more than their determination and a few hastily assembled spy gadgets. The first few hours were uneventful, with Sam pacing the room, Max glued to his laptop, Lily reading a book, and Tina snacking on chips. Just when they thought nothing would happen, they heard a faint noise, and Sam signaled for silence, his heart racing. The intruder appeared again, heading straight for the financial records, completely unaware of the four amateur detectives hiding in the shadows. Sam's plan to catch the intruder was simple: they would confront him and demand to know what he was doing, hoping to scare him off. But things didn't go as planned when Tina accidentally knocked over a stack of boxes, alerting the intruder to their presence. The man panicked and tried to flee, but Max, using his spy gadgets, managed to trip him up just long enough for Sam to tackle him. They quickly realized the man was an employee, a low-level accountant who had been embezzling funds from the company for months. The group was stunned by the revelation, and for a moment, they didn't know what to do next, their detective game suddenly feeling very real. "We have to report this," Lily finally said, her voice steady despite the chaos of the situation, and the others agreed. They called the police and handed over the evidence, their once amateur detective agency now responsible for uncovering a real crime. The next day, the office was buzzing with the news, and the group couldn't believe they had actually solved a legitimate case. Their boss called them into his office, praising their initiative and resourcefulness, though he still seemed baffled by their success. As a reward, the company gave them a small promotion, not quite what they had hoped for, but it was recognition nonetheless. Sam couldn't stop smiling, feeling like a true detective for the first time, even if it had all started with a missing plant. Lily was more pragmatic, knowing that their success was mostly due to luck, but she was proud of how they had handled everything. Max, ever the tech enthusiast, was already thinking about how to improve their spy gadgets for future cases, even if they never got another one. Tina was just happy that they had all stuck together, their teamwork turning what could have been a disaster into a victory. The group decided to keep their detective agency going, though they knew it would likely return to solving minor office mysteries. Still, they couldn't help but wonder if another real case might come their way, now that they had proven themselves capable. The thrill of the investigation had brought them closer as friends, something that meant more to them than any promotion ever could. They celebrated their success with a pizza party in the break room, reminiscing about all the silly cases they had solved together. As they laughed and joked, they knew that their little detective agency was no longer just a game, it had become a part of who they were. Sam promised to keep taking the agency seriously, while Lily made him swear to keep things in perspective. Not every case would be a real crime. Max offered to build a better security system for the office, just in case, though he knew the odds of needing it were slim. Tina suggested they get business cards made, even if they never solved another big case. She wanted something to remember it all by. They all agreed, laughing at the thought of handing out business cards for their little detective agency, which had unexpectedly found real success. As they cleaned up after their celebration, Sam noticed something odd. Another office plant was missing, and his detective instincts kicked in. "Not again," Lily groaned, but the twinkle in her eye showed that she was ready for whatever silly mystery they would tackle next. Max pulled out his laptop, ready to check the security footage, while Tina began questioning their co-workers with renewed enthusiasm. The amateur detectives were back in action, ready to solve another case, no matter how small or ridiculous it might be. They might not have been professionals, but they had proven that even the most ordinary people could do extraordinary things. And as they embarked on their next investigation, they knew that the adventure was just beginning, with countless more mysteries to solve.